Crazies, man, you're in the lab. Lee here, and you see what's doing on Nut In today. That is right, 8 Simpson Mandela effects to blow your mind, make you question this reality. Now, before we do get this video, I want everybody to understand that Simpsons, you already know the Simpsons, they've been around from the 80s and still to this present day. They always up to date with pop culture, world events, even predicting the future. It is even crazier, some say they're part of the Illuminati. Well, the Mandela effects and the Simpsons are one and all. The Simpsons usually never get hit by any kind of Mandela effects. You can usually always reference to the Simpsons to find evidence of these old Mandela effects. And well, that is the case today. That is what we're doing here. We are visiting some Mandela effects that the Simpsons got right, and with a Mandela effect from the Simpsons and one that got wrong. It is crazy. So please remember that some of these Mandela effects might not be new to you. They will be new to somebody else, so please respect that. Also remember, if you enjoyed this at any time, please remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, leave me those comments down below so we can talk about these Mandela effects, how you enjoyed the Simpson version of this, and if we should do other kind of cartoon Mandela effects like this too as well. So let's get this going. We're going to start off with actually Gallagher. Yes, Gallagher, the good old tool-wielding slammers, shamalas, doing all the fruit, the watermelon, and all that stuff. And this Mandela effect has to do with his suspenders. Yes, that's right. As you picture Gallagher himself, you picture him in his nice yellow shirt or green, white shirt, whatever shirt he's wearing at the time, with his black pants and his suspenders, right? Correct. But as you're seeing on the screen here, you see Gallagher with no suspenders at all. It blows my mind because all of us remember suspenders. Even Dave Chappelle even remembers Gallagher having suspenders. But it's not like that anymore. But The Simpsons, once again, always shows you the truth. Check it out.
My melon.
Nothing like seeing Gallagher the way all our memories remember, with the great suspenders on him. Yes. Oh, it is iconic. The Simpsons are a wonderful place. They always show the right all the time, and it is amazing that they really don't get hit by this Mandela effect. I remember Gallagher being that way, having the suspenders, but how do you remember it? No suspenders or suspenders like the Simpsons remember?
B.O. problem. B.O. problem. Come on, guys, do I have a B.O. problem here? You sure do!
This one is one of those classic Mandela effects, probably one of the top 10 Mandela effects of all time. And I'm talking about Wizard of Oz and Fly My Pretties. That is correct. Fly My Pretties. We all know this Mandela effect that no longer does the Wicked Witch say, fly my pretties. And if you don't believe me, here, listen.
I don't care of those ruby zippers. I want those most of all. Now fly! Fly!
Fly, 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 fly. Never Fly My Pretties. Blows my mind because millions of us remember Fly My Pretties. But guess what? The Simpsons, once again, proves that our memories are right. Check it out.
We'll just see about that. Fly, my pretties, fly!
Fly, my pretties, fly, my pretties, fly, fly. Good old Mr. Burns right there telling his flock of monkeys to fly, my pretties, fly.
Fine, my butt reach.
This next one has to do with the opening scene, the opening intro of The Simpsons. There's so many intros of The Simpsons, but they're all the same. And this one has to do with Lisa particularly. Yes, that is correct. I did say that there would be a Mandela effect in The Simpsons, and this is it right here. I am going to play you the opening scene. Here you go. Now, did you notice Lisa's saxophone? Did you notice saxophone? What color was the saxophone? Yeah, you see it. Saxophone was gray, right? Gray. It's gray in there, all that. It's gray. That is correct. You saw it right. It is gray. But the Mandela effect in my memory and many other memories is that her saxophone was never gray. It was gold. Like this. Gold. That is how I remember her saxophone. Now, I did go through many intros of this so I could make sure I was completely correct or not losing my mind, and that it was gray there and it's gold here. And literally, there's only like one or two that are gold anymore. They're all gray. It is all gray. I remember her saxophone being gold like you saw. That's how I remember. How do you remember Lisa's saxophone? Has it always been gold in my mind, in our reality? Or is it like it's always been in this reality? Gray.
Telegram for Hey, would you cuddle me? Hey, would you cuddle me? Big guy in the back. Hey, would you cuddle me?
Yes, we are talking about the good old classic Roadrunner. Yes, the Roadrunner, the Coyote. Coyote can never get this bad boy, and it's just too fast for him. It's just too fast for him. And then iconic phrase that the Roadrunner does: beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, like you hear right here. Listen. Wait a minute, Lee. Did you say beep beep, beep beep? Yeah, beep beep, beep beep. But Lee, in the video you showed, it said meep meep, meep meep, meep meep, meep meep, meep meep, meep meep. That is correct. You heard meep meep. That is correct. That is correct. The only reason why I showed that because you saw the little ticker at the top that said beep beep. It is correct. There's pictures. There's apps. All this stuff that says beep beep, beep beep. And it blows my mind because all of us remember beep beep and not meep meep. And so we go to the Simpsons on this one. And the Simpsons, well, let's say hit with the Mandela effect as well.
What'd you get to be so good?
Oh, just experience, I suppose. I started out as Roadrunner.
Meep. You mean meep meep?
No, they only paid me to say it once, then they doubled it up on the soundtrack.
You heard it right. You saw it right. Meep meep. That is correct. Meep meep. The Simpsons got hit on this one. I do believe that. I know many people would say, well, that's what he said, but in my reality, many other realities, memes realities, posters, all this realities, books realities, it was always beep beep. And the Simpsons got hit with the meep meep. It blows my mind because, just like I said, the Simpsons usually never get hit by the Mandela effect. But how do you remember Roadrunner? Do you always remember it being beep beep? Or do you remember it like the way it is now? Meep meep.
Ooh, a text. Let's see. Text message for I am a wiener. As you can all see, I am a wiener.
This one has to do with the good old Lost in Space robot. That is right, Robot himself. And that iconic line he says, "Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Danger, Will Robinson, danger." Yes, that's correct. Danger, danger. And I'm going to shout out Hazel on this, Hazel for this one, because I had to take a little bit of his videos because he had a nice little combination of the robot himself. So here, look at this.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Pour me a slice, Will Robinson. Danger! Danger!
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger!
Danger! Danger, Will Robinson.
Danger! Danger, Will Robinson.
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 Danger, Will Robinson. Danger!
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, no, Will Robinson.
Now, thank you to him for that. I do appreciate that and his research on that too as well. With that said, you heard two different things. You heard Danger, Will Robinson, and you heard Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, danger. The ring about this one is that he doesn't flap his arms anymore, and the whole phrase danger, danger. It does blow my mind. I do remember it when I watched the Lost in Space movie with the other robot back, what was it, 90s? And it was Danger, Will Robinson, danger, danger. And it blows my mind. And, well, the Simpsons might be able to help all of us on this one.
If you'd care to meet me later in the food court. Danger, danger, Bart Simpson. If you'd care to meet me later in the food court. Danger, danger, Bart Simpson.
As you see it right there, he says danger, danger. You know, he puts the double danger on it. And that's kind of how I remember it too. I remember it both ways. That's another thing about this phenomenon of the Mandela effect. You can have memories of both realities. And it can make no sense in your mind, but that's the way it was. That's how I remember it. Danger, Will Robinson, danger, danger. But how do you remember it? Has it always been the double Danger Will Robinson and his arms wiggling in the air? Or is it in this reality where he just stays basically still and says Danger Will Robinson? Danger.
Ivana?
Ivana Tinkle. Just a sec. Ivana Tinkle. Ivana Tinkle. All right, everybody put down your glasses. Ivana Tinkle.
You gotta catch 'em all, that's right. Pokemon! I don't know if that's the song or not, but we are talking about Pokemon, and we're talking about Pikachu and his wonderful, wonderful tail that has been changed and continues to get changed, it looks like. And we're talking about that iconic little black line or lightning bolt that was on the back of Pikachu's tail. Like I said, was on the back of Pikachu's tail because it's not there anymore. His tail is basically all yellow, and then in the little bottom, it's brown. Some say now it's black too, black or brown, give or take which one. And I always remember the tip of his tail being black. I even kind of remember a little lightning bolt too as well. And it blows my mind that it never was that at all. It's crazy. You see all of those marching Pikachus. But The Simpsons, once again, shows you the real reality. Take a look.
Pokemon.
Oh, good old Maggie with the tail, with the Pikachu tail with the black tip on it. That is correct. Then you saw another scene that his tail wasn't black anymore, which is odd because that was the same thing too as well. It blows my mind, the same show, and it blows my mind because just like many of us Pikachu fans, Pokemon fans, because we all wanted to catch them all, Pikachu's tail always had that black tip. But in this reality, the way it is now, he never did, never had. That black tip at the top of his tail never existed in this reality. But what is your reality? Was it a black tip at the top of his tail? Or was it plain the way it is now?
I shall inquire. Is there a Mr. My friend Sergey? First name Olaf. Attention everyone. All of my friends are gay.
Oh, one of those wonderful, great songs from the Beatles, Yellow Submarine. It is actually one of my great songs, one of the good songs to listen to under a psychedelic experience, under a journey, in a meditation state, because you feel like you are part of the Yellow Submarine. You're underneath the ocean, going and diving and dipping. But this has to do with the color of the Yellow Submarine. As you see in right here, the video of Yellow Submarine, you see the submarine, how it looks now, how it kind of off and not so yellowish no more. It's got a little white, a little bit of purple in it too as well, and it blows my mind. Even the pictures of the Yellow Submarine look so odd, so weird, because a lot of us remember the Yellow Submarine being fully yellow. A little bit of orange, but fully yellow all the way around, not with the white window at the top. And it just looks really just kind of plain in a way now. It blows my mind. And well, again, as always, we're going back to The Simpsons for the true reality of the Yellow Submarine. Enjoy.
Well. Looks like a cup.
As you see, they were hiding in the Yellow Submarine. That is correct. That is correct. No, you did hear the monkey's joke, but it was a Yellow Submarine. Bart and Milhouse was trying to hide behind the Yellow Submarine. That is exactly how I remember that submarine looking. That is how I always remember that submarine looking, because it was that way. That's how it was to me. But how do you remember the Beatles' Yellow Submarine, the submarine? Was it always the way it is now? The way you see it right here with a little bit of white window and just looks kind of just odd and plain to myself? Or do you remember it the way the Simpsons do, the way you kind of see it right here, yellowish?
I got a Drew P. Wiener here. Anyone expecting a Drew P. Wiener? I hold in my hand a Drew P. Wiener.
Better put it down then, mate.
Ooh, the last one for the day. We are going to good old Crocodile Dundee. Yes, Crocodile Dundee, and that famous line he tells that boy about his knife because he didn't have a knife. And that great old iconic phrase, I call that a knife. This is a knife. Well, listen to the original.
What for?
He's got a knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
You call that a knife? That's a knife. That's a knife. It's just like, what? I know it's a knife. I know. It's supposed to be, this is a knife. This is a knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. That's how I remember it. And, well, you know what? Guess what? This is a Simpson thing, a Simpson Mandela effect, and why not would I not put a Simpson reference to This Is a Knife?
You call that a knife? This is a knife.
That's not a knife, that's a spoon.
All right, you win. I'll see
That's
you.
not a knife. This is a knife. Well, a spoon, he said in there, but that is exactly how we all remember it. Why would the Simpsons get all that right if it has never been that way? If it has never been, this is a knife, then why does he say, this is a knife? Since it's always been, that's a knife. It blows my mind away. How do you remember this one? Has it always been like it is in this reality? That's a knife. Or has it been like it is in my reality, the Simpsons' whole reality, their universe? This is a knife. Oh, how much fun to do 8 Simpson Mandela effects. I enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making this thing. This is awesome. This is just a nostalgic moment of just watching The Simpsons again. But yet seeing that The Simpsons really never get hit with any of these Mandela effects. Knowing you did see 2, which is kind of crazy. Maybe this is going to be a couple steps in this year. We might see more Mandela effects for The Simpsons. And you know what? Cool. I'm excited about that if it does happen, because guess what? The truth will come out. The veil will be removed from your eyes. We will all see the truth. We will find out what is causing this. Maybe us, maybe CERN, maybe the outer beings, maybe the own computer of the good old archive is redoing itself. Who knows? But if you did enjoy this at any time, please remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and leave me your comments about which one of these Simpsons ones did you enjoy the most, which ones made you think, make you just boggle just a tad bit, and which one did you just smile about and say, damn, them good old Simpsons. Till next time, y'all remember, keep your mind open, because guess what? Those eyes will see everything in front of them. Y'all stay crazy.